How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh! Wrap for 2024. I made it my goal this year to record as much data as I could for all of the games of Yu-Gi-Oh! I played in real life so that I can see the stats at the end of the year, and I thought it would be fun to share it with you all. Let me quickly go over how this data was recorded and automated. I created this spreadsheet in January of this year and basically made a section where I can input a couple fields: the date, the format, event type, wins, losses, draws, and the deck. Once I enter this data, it gets compiled into some more organized sections so that I can see it in a more organized fashion and try to make some sense of the trends I was seeing. So as you can see here, I have every unique deck variant I played this year, as well as the wins, losses, total matches played, win rates, and then some overall stats at the top. And then if we look even further, we can see every type of event I attended, what I excelled at, and what I need to prepare more for in the future. I also have it broken down even further into format specific info. So if we scroll down, for 2024, I only recorded core formats, but I now have the sheet automated to update dynamically every time I enter a new format, which means in 2025, I'll be breaking it down into even more specific formats as each new core and side set release. You can see every deck I played in a given format, as well as the total times I played it in that format and the win rate for that format. Now let's hop back into the visuals, where it's a bit easier to see and appreciate all of the work I did doing this year. So here we have the total events I attended in 2024 at 110, with most of them being local events. There's quite a few regionals as well. As you can see here, 9 regionals. It's not nothing. You can also see the total number of matches I have played in 2024 at 466. So between locals, regionals, YCSs, nationals, side events, everything. That's anywhere between 930 to like almost 1400 games, give or take how many times I went to game 3. I didn't think to record every game 3 I went to. That seemed very overkill and unnecessary, and this is already like a ridiculous amount of data that I have saved. And then if I scroll a little over to the side, I also have my win rates for each of these events, so I can kind of see what I need to prepare more for. Clearly, YCSs are not my strong suit. And then if I scroll down a little bit here, I have it broken down more into format specific data, so you can see the amount of matches I have played in each format. And you can also see that the further we got into the year, the more I really just enjoyed playing Yu-Gi-Oh! 2024 was not a great event or a great year of event topping for me, like past the regional level, but I did have a lot of fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And started to create content on YouTube. I can't speak for everybody, but this is based off my personal data. I've heard a lot of other people say they really enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! This year, so I'm hoping that was the case for most of you as well. I also have my format win rate data here on the side, as you can see, with lead being my most successful format. I did win a regionals in that format. I had a blast playing Chimera with the new release of Nightmare Apprentice. It was just a good time. And then if I scroll down a little bit, I have it broken down even further in a format by format. You can see every deck I played in each of these core formats. Like for Agov here, I played these 5 decks. These are the win rates for those decks. My most played was Runic Chimera. Somehow I completely forgot I even played that deck, which is why, I'm so glad that I kept track of all of this data. If I scroll down to Phantom Nightmare, my most played was absolutely branded. Like, I knew that for sure. With an 80% win rate, which is, pretty respectable. For lead, it was definitely Chimera. I played every Chimera variant under the sun, Melodious, branded, pure, everything. Yeah, the Tempai and branded win rates are a little misleading. They're 100% over here, but as you can see, there's only 4 and 8 matches, so, that's why the context of having both graphs is kind of important when displaying all this data. If I scroll down a little further into info, this was the dawn of Chimera Fiendsmith. Let me scroll down a little more. This was the dawn of Chimera Fiendsmith. My win rate I thought was a lot higher on Chimera Fiendsmith, but that was also because when I was calculating it, I forgot to take into account draws, which skewed this a little bit more. I think it dropped like 10% or something. This is by far the most draws I have with any deck. It's also my most played deck, so I guess that makes sense. And then if I scroll down to Rhoda, this was my Memento era. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. I think if I had to decide on a favorite deck for the year, it would be a really close toss-up between Chimera and Memento. Clearly, though, if I had to pick a favorite summoning mechanic, it's no surprise that it's Fusion. Fusion, best mechanic for sure, for sure. I included my Edison stats as well. I really didn't play a ton of Edison, but my locals did have events once a month, so, I'd pull up with Black Wings, get rolled, and go home. It's a fun time, but clearly I need to practice a little more if I want to excel in Time Wizard formats. So here I have my total matches with each deck overall. I played almost 25 different deck variants throughout the year, which I guess seems like a lot, at least to me. My top 5 most played are Chimera, Branded, Memento, Ritual Beast, and Pearly. And I have the win percentages as well for each of those decks down here. The most fun I had, though, by far has to go to Memento. It is probably the only one off the list that it will for sure be like grinding in 2025. That deck is just so rewarding, and I just love the complicated nature of it. That's it for the data dump section, though. I just kind of want to talk about my goals for 2025, what went well in 2024, and what I want to improve on. So my goal for 2024 was to top a YCS. Unfortunately, I did not get even remotely close. You saw I had a 40% win rate at YCSs. That's horrible. I did end up winning and topping a couple of regionals, which is a start, but I want to do more. It was a little frustrating that I plateaued there, so I have to definitely put in more work in order to push past that. And going into 2025, I have a better plan in place. I'll be utilizing coaching from some pro players, and hopefully that's going to lead to better results. Right now, the plan is to do my best at YCS Orlando, and my next series of videos is going to be, a mini training arc outlining the process I have for practicing and preparing for the event, as well as some more up-to-date deck profiles and combo tutorials. And this is hopefully also going to serve as a way to keep me responsible and dedicated to practicing, putting my best foot forward in order to finally get that YCS top. That's it for my 2024 wrap, though. Thank you to everybody who took the time to watch any of the videos I put out on my channel this year. All the support I've gotten has been really heartwarming, and I'm grateful for it. I'll be keeping track of my games played again next year with some more surprise details added. So if you're interested in keeping track of your games for 2025 in order to make your own Yu-Gi-Oh! Wrapped and see all this data, I'll put my Discord in the description. You can feel free to reach out if you want to purchase this spreadsheet template I made here. I'm probably going to sell it for like $10. I don't want to super shell this out because that wasn't the point of this video. I just wanted to kind of share all this cool data I collected. But I did put way more effort than I should have into automated everything. So I figured I'd at least, provide the option for anybody interested. As always, though, thank you for watching. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in the new year.